Hello, beautifuls. Hello. Okay, so I was about to say happy April, but if you're watching this live, you know that it is the 26th of March. So April is coming at the end of the week, and I'm really excited for April. April is one of my favorite months. It is my birthday month, and I am a lover of spring. I'm a spring baby. So happy birthday to all of our April babies out here living on earth at this time. Hello. So, just welcome to our live energy reading guidance messages for the month of April of 2023. I just got done bringing everything through, and I feel like a lot's going to come through just live with all of us together. So far, exciting. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, so just bear with me. I feel like it's been so long since we've had one of these lives, and I'm like using all of this equipment again. Almost feels like the first time in forever. So please do let me know if you're here in the chat. Make sure that you like the video if you haven't already liked. I appreciate you all so dearly. So how this is going to go, per usual, but for those of us that are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Aria, and we are going to firstly tap into all of the energies, the guidance generally, remembering that this is a general reading. To take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Bring a journal if you'd like to really just go deep into things, write some things down that really stick with you. Perhaps something that I say can then trigger something within you to really tune into and explore. So this is really what the space is for. After that, we're going to do a little bit of chatting, and then I'm going to offer some live readings. So if you are here, I will let you know what to put in the chat at that time, and you'll have a chance to be a part of that. And then right after this, we are having our members only soul circle. And this soul circle is really a space for us to practice, to integrate, to reflect, to really drop deep into the work as we have tuned into the energies of the month. So this is going to be really just preparing for this next 30 days, and whatever comes up is what we're going to flow through. So if you want to be a part of that at any point during the live, in the description box below, there is a link to join us. And there's two different ways to join us. I do this soul circle every single month for my members, and I'm also offering a lot of unreleased course content and workshop replays on there as well. So if you'd like to be a part of that, know that it is here. I have a few updates before we fully begin. The first one is that I will be having monthly women's circles here in San Diego. I've been doing this for a little while now, and I just want to let you guys know that it is definitely a consistent thing. So if you would like to join that and you are in the San Diego area or in the SoCal, Southern California area, then please do make sure you get on my email list so that you know when these events are happening. I'm planning on doing some other ceremonies and things that are for everyone and not simply just women's circles. So I'm really excited for everything to come in this year. But we have one coming up in April. The second thing that I want to share with you all is that my signature program, Liberate Love, which is a 4-month ceremonial group coaching program for women to really drop deep into self-love, to drop deep into their connection with their womanhood, to drop deep into their connection with the earth, to really reclaim this liberation within them, to really liberate the love that is inside of us. This is something that has been a huge part of my journey and continues to bring me through initiation after initiation as I hold this space. This is the 3rd round, and it is open for applications. If you are curious about it and you want to know more, then just email me. Or on the 8th of April, we have a full-on experience. We have a 3-hour online experience where you really get to dive into what we explore and the format in which we explore this work, this deep inner committed work and sisterhood during this event. So all of that is in the description box below. I'll be sending out an email soon and just sharing with you guys more information on it, but just wanted to let you know that that is happening in just a couple weeks, and I'm so excited to hold that space. Let's see what else is going on. I think that's it. If anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. But hello. Hi, Dylan. Oh my gosh, member for 5 months. You're glowing extra today. Happy early spring. Happy early spring. And I believe for some of us on the other part of the world, it is fall, right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Hi, Peter. Hello, Regina. Hello, Raymond. Hello, Donka and Mars. Hi, hi, hi. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Wowie. All right. So we're going to start with a card reading. I decided, well, we all decided this actually, to do this card reading with the cycles at every season. So as the seasons are currently changing, I have 3 cards for you. I would like you to just within your own space to pick one of the cards. I'm going to list what is 1, 2, 3. And then I'll give you a moment. So this one is 1. This one is 2. This one is 3. And the question here really is to see where you are at. To see where you are at and what messages are here for you in this season, in this cycle. So 1, 2, 3. And then once you have it, I'm going to move on and start with 1. Okay. So if you pick number 1, here is your card. First quarter moon. Look at how pretty this is. So the bees really stand out to me. And we also see the right side up triangle and the upside down triangle. This is very much a connection with like the higher chakras, the lower chakras. Also deeply connected to the cosmic womb, the earthly womb, our womb. So really just taking in what you feel called to within this card. And I'm actually going to read the description of this book because it is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And yeah, I feel like that is the best way that we can serve within this. I am guided on my path. With the first quarter moon, the light continues to expand, creating a growing sense of confidence and further illuminating your path. All that is needed right now is one decision, one choice, one sacred step forward, no matter how small. This movement signals to the universe that you are co-creating with it and open to receiving further guidance and support. Part of the magic in your sacred cycles lies in recognizing there is always the opportunity to begin again. And this is a major theme within April. Major theme is like beginning again, new beginnings, right? We hear that often. New beginnings. There's always new beginnings when we are shifting into a new astrological year or passing through an equinox or solstice. A lot of new beginnings. The universe is encouraging you to lean into your sovereignty and trust in your abilities. You will continue to see your manifestations emerge, and light will shine upon the way ahead. Have faith in the cyclical nature of life and channel it into your intentions and actions. And the prompt here is, what single action can I take today to bring me closer to what I desire? So this is really like opening up into fullness, opening up into a full illumination. So perhaps in the next 3 months, this is where you get to explore that opening. You get to explore what clarity actually is for you and how safe you can allow yourself to feel and how accepting you can allow yourself to feel within whatever is arising within the shadows, within the space and the time that actually takes for you to come home to a space of clarity within. How can you hold yourself within that process? And what are the things that you can actually do to make this a reality for you? So if you chose number one, this is your card, this is your message. Feel free to write anything down. Set this over here. Hello, hello. All right, number two. So if you chose number two, which is really interesting, excuse the dogs, they'll be barking. So, which is really fascinating. Whoever chose card number two, this is actually number three. It comes right after the first quarter moon. We have the waxing gibbous moon. And I'll just give you a moment to look at this. Look at that. Look how pretty this is. We've got the star, the heart immediately connecting deep into the womb. This almost looks like a yoni portal here. Okay, I'm going to bring up I am fully embodied. The waxing gibbous moon phase, which is just before the moon reaches its full brightness, is a moment of heightened energy and illumination. And I will let you know that our full moon is on the 5th. Okay. Our full moon this month is on the 5th. As you near the peak of your own energy, this is an invitation into a somatic experience, specifically an experience of what it's like to be in your sacred body right here and now. This physical container offers you never-ending wisdom and feedback for your growth. You are being asked to pause here. In the midst of whatever may be swirling around you, feel what a wonder it is to be in this body. The human experience is vast, complex, and nuanced, yet here you are with the unique opportunity to continue to navigate it with the outlook of your choosing. Tap into your creative power, ask yourself what you desire to be feeling in this moment, and consider what could support you in making that your reality. Know that it's safe to welcome the mystery and magic and be an active participant in defining your own experience. And the prompt here is, how would it feel to know I can fully trust my physical body? This is big. This is big, especially in healing a relationship with a body and creating a sense of safety within the body. This is what that somatic work really offers us, is a deeper listening within, a deeper trust within it, like having a relationship with your body and your body's wisdom. There is wisdom in your body. Your body remembers everything that your mind may have said, like, no, we don't need to remember this. What could I do if I had this trust? What could I do if I had this trust? And what's really, really popping out here is that perhaps, and this is just something that's coming through, it's not going to be for everyone, but if you chose this, perhaps as you move into the full moon that's coming up on the 5th, which is a very powerful full moon, very powerful full moon, a lot of powerful energies here in April. And we're being so deeply supported with all of this like fast-paced energy and all of this supportive energy. And as we tune into the Mercury retrograde later in the month, it's really going to offer us like so much more time for integration. So perhaps back to this, there's a part of you, there's a part of your physical body that has been asking for your attention. And instead of just seeing it as like, oh, this is my body, okay, let me just drink some water, just do this, like actually listen, actually take a moment to bring your hands to this space, to bring your awareness to this space, and actually listen to what is arising here and how you can be of service to your physical vessel. Your physical vessel is what is holding all of this energy. So it is so important that we really allow ourselves the space to bring that into our practices, bring that a part of our, our journey, our spiritual journey, healing journey, whatever you want to call it. So if you chose number 2, this is number 2 for you in the cycles. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, number 3. We have another moon. This is beautiful. I would really note these phases and really tune into when these phases are, because perhaps these are really supportive times for you. Um, and just noting like what arises for you during these phases of the moon can be really interesting. But yeah, there's so many cards in this deck, and we have 3 moon cards. And this could also be very related to our shadows coming up. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to share with you guys what's going on with that. All right, so number 8. So if you chose card number 3, this is it. We have number 8, dark moon. Here's the card. The dark moon is the new moon. And just notice what's arising for you, what you are really drawn to. You know, for me, just really seeing like what is coming from your words, directly connected to your third eye and vice versa, to this serpent. Powerful, powerful. All right, let's see what it says here. I am a creator being. The dark moon opens up the opportunity to explore a blank slate somewhere in your life. There we go with the new beginnings. Within the darkness of the void, there is fertile ground for a seed to be planted. So, what seed do you hope to plant right now? Before the moon can begin to grow anew, before an oak can sprout from an acorn, you must call forward the vision of each of these in their fullest expression. So I'm really seeing that as a reflection of parts of ourselves. Are we going to just call it in to call it in and to be like, all right, let's fill this void? Or are we actually going to allow it the fullness and the rawness and the wildness of what it truly is? Now is a time for dreaming, a time to tap into your highest potential. Whether this is through your favorite divination practices, journaling, making a vision board, or meditating, your channel is open to receive the insights that will inspire this next phase of your growth. As you dream, vision, and dance your way toward defining what the next sacred cycle may look like for you, know that the space you are in now holds the most vibrant and exuberant version of your wishes. I'm going to read that again. As you dream, vision, and dance your way toward defining what the next sacred cycle may look like for you, know that the space you are in now holds the most vibrant and exuberant version of your wishes. Let your imagination and hopefulness run wild here, knowing there is nothing to fear in the darkness. Where in my life am I ready to start anew? Where in your life are you ready to allow a part of you, the space, the actual space to be alive? I feel like this newness, right, that's coming in is really just offering space for what has been left in the dark, right? The new moon always leads to the full moon. So, what are we ready to bring into light? What are we ready to allow the space to be in its full expression? And this is something that you could be experiencing over many cycles, right? Like I said, it could be that 3 months, this entire season, just really moving into exploring this. And I love that there's so much going on, and look at resting, growing. Okay. So this is a powerful time to not just have to be like, all right, this is what I'm doing and this is it. It's like, okay, yes, apply action, but also like really listen. Really listen. And not only just listen to how I guess how we are always taught to listen. Listen in a way that actually feels good to you, like intuitively good. Actually resonates, and it may be very different than what we're used to. All right, so if you chose card number 3, this is your message from the Cycles deck. These are so good, y'all. And they really coincide with each other, and you can see how deeply connected we all are, um, with where we're at. We're all just kind of taking different steps towards something very similar. Alrighty, so let's do this thing. Okay, so yeah, you guys both chose 2. Resonated real heavily. Wonderful. You're so welcome. Thank you all for being here. All right, so I'm going to share, first of all, some dates with you guys that are important astrologically, because I'm getting back into that. And yeah, just been really felt called to. I feel like I've kind of moved away from like, galactic connections and really connecting with the stars and the planets and where they're at recently. And that's really shown me how so much of my own fears of my own fullness have been holding me and keeping me small, and it's a choice that I've made, even if it wasn't just like in that moment I was like, I'm not doing it anymore, but like it just, I had a sense of it. And our minds, our brains are so intelligent. Our consciousness is so intelligent in keeping us where we feel safe. So I'm excited to get back into this overall. So, like I said, April 5th, we have a powerful full moon. And this is really powerful because the asteroid Chiron, which is what astrologists call the wounded healer, um, which you really do feel this energy when Chiron is active, in our sky. So Chiron is very active during this full moon. This full moon in Western astrology is in the sign of Libra. In sky astrology, if you actually look up into the sky, on April 5th, it will be directly in the center of Virgo. So what this really brings us is almost a closing or a climaxing of the themes of self-worth, perfectionism, the themes of acceptance of our own wounds, whatever has been really relevant, right? It could be certain fears that are around things, relating to your worth, relating to your enoughness, relating to your acceptance of self and your need to be perfect, to show up in a certain way, to find the perfect formula, right? So these are things that I know have been coming up already. And this full moon is really going to offer us a moment to either go deeper into our darkness or to actually come from this space of darkness with more love. Okay, so this full moon is really offering us a chance to, and I think just an opportunity to accept the wounds that we have that may not ever be healed, right? That just will continue needing a sense of nurturing, a sense of nourishment, a sense of love, right? If you were to have like an ailment, or maybe you do, that is something that, is going to stick with you for the rest of your life, instead of like constantly ignoring it and trying to be like, it's not there. It's like, oh my gosh, it's nearly impossible to do that when it's a physical thing. But this is the same thing when it comes to our own emotional wounds, our own traumas, the wounds that, really stick with us. So instead of being like, oh, this is holding me back, we are taking our power back in that way and bringing that wound and saying, I love you. I see you. I understand you. I feel you. I know you, right? And actually offering love and nurturance to these parts of us that we feel like is going to forever hold us back, because it will not. Because it will not. The energy doesn't work like that. Okay. You can release as much as you'd like. And I feel like there's a lot of fears being released within this time as well, around the full moon, remembering that these full moon energies really last like a few days before and a few days after the very peak of the fullness of this moon. So yes, and this is This is really related to both signs of Virgo and Libra, right? We're still working with these energies of Libra, even though the moon is technically, you know, things have changed within our sky and it's in Virgo. So, because the collective is so still deeply rooted in Western astrology, we are still going to feel a lot of themes around relationships coming up. And is also may completely relate to your worthiness, right? Your sense of acceptance of self and this perfectionism that's arising. So, really allowing the full moon to not just come to like a high and then you're just like, "Oh my gosh, that was a lot. Oh my gosh, it really took it out of me." Like, actually be present with this one. And this is why I think it's really coming up as a very powerful turning point for us in our lives and with all of these new beginnings and, action steps and things that we're moving into and allowing expressions, parts of ourselves that we're actually allowing to come up to the surface to explore this world and come out of the darkness is going to be really beautiful when we allow ourselves to learn and reflect and be supported by these energies. And to release, there's going to be, this is also a powerful time if you're going to do any cord cutting um, or any like fire burning during this time of the full moon. That's going to be very supportive time for that. So another date that I want to share is that eclipse season is coming up. So the 19th is our new moon total solar eclipse. Eclipse season is a really powerful transformative season. So this is just the beginning of it, right? So you may not feel a lot in the start, but as it continues to go on, you may start to feel like things picking up. And what is really interesting that I'm really starting to see is that on the 21st, we have Mercury in retrograde, right? Mercury is like entering its shadow phase. And this just means it's slowing down. It's slowing down, and we are offering ourselves more time to reflect. There's so much, there's so much negative energy around Mercury retrograde. And I think this is a great time for us to reclaim this as an opportunity to integrate, to really integrate and know that like things are still moving when it's slower. Things are still flowing when it's slower, and to recognize the difference between stillness and stagnancy, right? Um, a big message that was coming through for this month was continue moving. These were just like two words that come up, continue moving. And the word forward was starting to come up, but I realized it was like more of my ego trying to fill in the blanks. And it was like, no, just continue moving. So we're moving a lot of energy collectively. And that does not mean this Mercury retrograde is going to stop everything and you can't be doing anything. Like, okay, sure. If you want to believe in that, feel free. That's all, that's open on the table. But recognizing where you may be holding yourself stagnant, not allowing the energy to move, and recognize the power of your stillness. There can be so much movement in this stillness, right? Because we are here now. We are actually reflecting, we are connecting in such beautiful ways. We are witnessing, we are observing, right? When the stagnancy is like almost a choice to hold everything tight. So, and to create tension, inflammation within ourselves and within our energy. So, just noticing that, continue moving. Continue moving, all right? Moving that energy. And if we can all do this and start like moving more of our body, even if it's just like intentionally and just your arms, like really moving that energy, it's going to assist everyone. It's going to assist everyone when we start moving this energy even more. Some powerful themes that were also coming up was a few things here. So these are the overall energies. I did something a little different and I pulled the overall energies from the Work Your Light deck. Hey, so these are the overall energies. We have soul journey, light beings, and there is only light. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Before this month, we are really going on a soul journey because we're allowing ourselves deeper acceptance, deeper love of certain wounds that may be coming up, perhaps deeper respect for ourselves and energetic boundaries within relationships of all kinds, And we're really recognizing also with this light beings card is that we don't have to do it alone. And this does not mean like, oh, go connect like, with your star system. Like, please do. But also, you don't have to do it alone. You're on this soul journey, but you do not have to do it alone. And something that was really beautiful, that I was just like in tears this morning because I was so grateful for the connections that I do have and the support that I do have. And I've been seeing that more and more because this is something I used to do, is just like not contact people, not ask for help, not let people know what's actually going on in my mind and in my life, and allow myself to tell my story. So being able to do that and then reflecting on it and just sitting in the sun outside after I did my asana practice, I just got into tears. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for these people." So recognize who these people are, your soul family, right? And allow yourself to open up. Allow yourself to open up to them, and perhaps this is your guides. Perhaps this is a message to connect back with your guides, with your ancestors who love you unconditionally, your angels, your galactic family, just so much support, the elements, the earth, so much support. Ascended masters, like you have teams of support here. And it's so important to remember that you are not doing it alone. And you don't have to do it alone. To think that we have to do it alone is like this need to be independent, right? This need to be um like, oh, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it on my own and then everything's going to work out. It's like we're meant to be in connection. We're meant to be in togetherness as human beings. So honor that aspect of you, that human aspect of you that really takes so much healing from sharing your experiences, from sharing your story, from being in connection with other people that are like minded and that can hold space for you, that can see you, right? And this is where the healing really, really extends so, so far. So, mm, big one, big one, big one. Um, Another thing that's also coming up is releasing what is done. What have you been holding on to? And this is something we can reflect on during our soul circle, actually. So I'm going to make a note. But what have we been holding on to that has been finished, that we get to actually offer closure to? We can actually close the door. Be like, all right, that's done. I'm ready to close that door, ready to create a proper burial so that I can free myself, right? To actually let something die. To let something die so you can allow what will come up from those soils to arise, the new blooms, the new blossoms, the new medicine to come up from these things that we're holding on to that we think is like, okay, if I actually let this go, I don't know who I am anymore. And it's like, oh, and you don't need to know. And you don't need to know. And this is a beautiful journey of just getting to know ourselves and knowing that it is play and that it is openness and that we are so deeply connected to so many different programs, generationally, so many different people. I mean, our world has been rapidly changing generation after generation. There's a lot that we're holding on to. So recognizing that, like, when you're healing, it's not only you. It goes so far. It goes so far. It goes so far. So, yeah, know that you are so, 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 so deeply supported in this. And if you are not feeling that level of support, remember that society is not built to support you at this time. A lot of societies and the world are not built to support us in our healing journeys. So this is where we get to lean on soul family, lean on those people that we really resonate with and the communities that we really resonate with. And it's really beautiful that we have these virtual communities here that we can come into. So yes, hopefully this is all resonating. Let me know, you guys. One more thing. Well, two more things. So this card, there is only light. When I originally saw this, I was like, well, yes, if we're not in this living in polarity here on earth, right? And there is a sense and dimension and connections that we have that allow us to really see that there really is only light, that there really is only love, and that's the only thing that is real, even if we are, distorting it. But I feel like fear distorts love. Fear distorts love. So it's what really was coming up with this card is to recognize that. I wrote this down. Darkness is a sign to feel your way back to your heart. Darkness is the place that we really get to draw the deepest medicine. We really get to go into our roots. We really get to see what has been seeded. All right. So these are all just part of the journey, part of the journey. So know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And it's not like I just have to go, 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 get to the light. It's like, oh, but then you are completely discounting and not even giving credit or love to the aspect of you that has been rooted, that has been seeding, that has been growing, right? Think of it as a plant. Go out and be with the earth, and she'll teach you so much about this aspect of darkness and lightness, and um, yeah, so much. There is so much beauty in both, and there is so much that we get to learn and yeah, flow through energetically. So final thing I want to share is that overall this entire year the word magic has been arising. And I feel like there is a deep returning to our inner magic. There's a deep returning to the mystic within. There's a deep returning to our remembrance that we are so much more. So know that this is something that is still flowing. Know that this is something that is still available for you. Know that it is okay to look to others as a reflection. It is okay to look in the mirror at your own reflection and recognize who you are and offer yourself the affirmations that you truly are needing at this time, to offer yourself the touch and the love that you are needing at this time. Okay, so these are the overall energies, guidance, and messages for April 2023. It makes me really excited, and I really pray that we all take this nice and slow at our own pace, and not rush through everything, because I know that at least where I'm at, the rushing is so easy to do. So thinking that slowing down is going to be easing is kind of funny, because it's like, no, rushing is easy, but slowing down actually there will be resistance there in our healing journey. So we get to play with that, we get to be with that, we get to honor it. And yeah, so let me know what is going on, what is happening in all your minds. What's happening? I'm going to drink some tea, and then we will do a few we'll have probably 20 minutes to do some live readings for everyone, or whoever is able to. We'll see how many of us we get to. Yeah, curious. What are your thoughts? What's coming up for you? I know I'm just really integrating all that's arising, and it's really nice to channel for all of you again, and just channel for the collective. It feels good. I don't know why it feels like it's been forever. It's been a month. That's like been normal, but yeah, things have changed. Alrighties. Hi, Cosmic Wisdom 999. How you doing? Hmm. All right. Since the last new moon, I feel those shadow parts of me and wounds I thought I healed coming back to surface very strongly. Yeah, I've been feeling the same, honestly. Very strongly, just arising. Lucy, hi, love. Hi, sis. Yeah, I've been feeling those shadows coming up so much too. And I almost recently, I haven't been wanting to really even call them. I mean, they are shadows, but at the same time, I'm like, when I start like putting labels, and I'm just like speaking, you guys. I But I realized that if I start like putting labels on these things, um, it it almost like my ego, and this is like more of the spiritual ego, wants to start being like, okay, this can't be here, this can't be there, this can be here, this can be here, like starts to put things places. And I've been really seeing how that part of my ego has been working. And this may have nothing to do with what you're talking about, but it just triggered like um this thought within me, just thinking of like the shadow parts of us. And I feel like these are really just things that get to be seen, and it can feel really intense. I know that when they do come up so strongly, it can feel super intense. And this is where we get to really just see like, okay, what are my self-love practices that I can drop back into? And that has been the medicine for me anyway, is really coming back to my touch, hugging myself, talking to my inner child, actually speaking to these parts of me that are coming up, that are healing, that are releasing, instead of being like, all right, healed, released, did a ceremony, boom, boom, done, integrate, take action. It's like, okay, well, what kind of system are we are we doing this healing from? And I know that, I've done this, and I've been reflecting a lot around it, and just seeing that like, oh yes, those self-love practices, come home to them, actually listen to these parts of you. What are they asking for? How can you speak to them? How can you align them, right? So, yeah, that has been really really powerful, especially when they've been really strong, is to recognize that they are healing. They are coming up for a reason. You know. They are healing and releasing, like hold space for them. Hold space for them, hold space for yourself, and continue just affirming what is true, like aloud in the mirror to yourself as you're holding yourself. Yeah, huge. Edward, hello. Welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. It's time for some personal readings. So let's do 444 in the chat, if you would like to receive a card reading, and probably a little light language. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So yeah, 444. 444. And reminder here, how I see the chat, the order may be different than what you're seeing. Just Wi-Fi things. And yeah, and we'll see. I may or may not get to everyone because we have our soul circle. Just a big reminder, we're going to drop right into practice right after this. So if you want to journal and reflect with me and the members of the channel, then definitely join us. We'll probably do a little meditation too, a little bit of breathing and stuff like that to really integrate and see what's arising for us personally, reflecting on everything that was coming up, chatting a lot more about it too. So yeah, we'll be doing that in about 15, 16, 17, 18 minutes. So if you are not part of the channel, you can actually join in the description box below. There's like a link there to join, or there might be a little join button. But yeah, we do these every month, and I also offer workshop replays and a lot of like course course videos that have never been released. So I've been kind of like putting them out as I feel called, and some practices are going to come up there as well. So yeah. All right, let's do this. Everyone put 444 in the chat that wants a reading. Alrighties. Yeah, this is exciting, guys. This is exciting. Everybody, get another sip here. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like the video. And if you're not subscribed but you're here live, subscribe. You're already here. Subscribe. All right, we're going to do this deck for everyone today. It's been a minute, I feel like, since we've done this. Or I just don't remember. That's okay too. So Cosmic Wisdom 999, I'm going to pull a card for you, whatever needs to come through for the month of April. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. I wanted to say reality. Mokwa tatia shatiana katia soto o shatanini kira tatigani kira tatigina kira tatigina kira kitagitin kira kitagitin kira kombu oa the poema casa tiara kiri 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 kosha kom rahire koro 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 kosha kamba yasa titi kanakia oa nakia oa nakia oa satiara haya la haya iskoa shaka ya sakoma ya shaka ya sakom. So I almost feel like that's you right there. And this is really an opportunity to remember that there is deep, beautiful balance in the work that you are doing or the work that you're called to do, whether that's personally for yourself. It is also for the collective. It's for humanity. And this is really a call to allow yourself to connect universally in this way with the earth and with your connections in the sky. And maybe you do specifically have a connection with the Pleiades, and this is them being like, hey, connect with us. We're assisting you during this time and throughout the month of April. Allow us to assist you by asking. And really, this is a nice reminder for all of us, is that with our guides and with our connections, like, yeah, sure, they can come in every now and then, but if we're really overstimulated, overwhelmed, and doing too much, that doesn't leave any space for their energy to be there. So really, you creating space to be with them and to connect with them is what you got to do. Is actually ask. Actually ask for the support, and it really is there. So I just want to thank you, Cosmic Wisdom 999, so much, because it's a powerful mission that we're on, our star seeds, to uplift humanity and to channel through these energies and to recognize that your openness is so deeply well received, and whatever it isn't, really creating those energetic boundaries for yourself, okay, as a sensitive being that you are. So this is your reading, lovely. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know. Thank you, Christina. And yeah, I like this deck. I want to get some new decks soon. Eventually, we shall see. But Danka, you are next for a reading. So let's see what is coming up for you in the month of April. And we already have a card. Okay. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits, Soul Tribe. It's all coming together. Danka, it's all coming together. Ambari aku asanai sani if you've been called to a specific gathering, a specific event, or specific place or connections, then this may be a beautiful sign to really tune into how it makes you feel, and to take a leap of faith and to know and to like trust, or perhaps maybe none of that's coming up and you would like that to come up. And this is just really just like dropping in deeper faith and trust and like divine timing that it is coming together, right? And that we really do get to create opportunities for ourselves to allow these things in. So this is your reading, Danka. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know it's rising for you. All right, Edward, you are next. Let's see what we have for Edward, the month of April 2023. And Edward, you have this card as well. The Pleiades card coming up once again. Anda ua ba ua sha arakara kua ma na hiata kosh. Arehia kia ua sarehia ma arehia ta ua ma asha. Maasha mako o toa mo o ia yakia natia wa kana kianga ashikamboshu. So Edward, for you, the Pleiades like specifically are coming in very strong. So really what's coming through is to connect deeper with the seven sisters, which are the Pleiades, these stars in the sky. If they are in your sky, either at night or during the day, this can be a really powerful time to connect and just to receive whatever it is, whatever wisdom, maybe some light codes that they have for you, connections, realizations, support. But yeah, this specifically for you is like these higher dimensional beings are really looking to offer you some deeper support in this month, should you choose to accept it. Should you choose to connect in this way. So this can be really helpful on whatever it is that you're moving through in your journey, and this can be an extra added assistance. So, and if you are already connected with the Pleiades in this way, just know that they are here. They are here, they are here, they are here. Akia satua na kia tatua sha. So, Edward, this is your reading. Let me know how it resonates. Let me know what's rising for you. Okay. Red Mars, you are next. Let's see what we have for you for this month of April 2023. Okay, Red Mars, unbound. Woo. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this immediately, I will let you know, like I want to lay down. I want to lay down and I just want to like either ground or just like fully release. There's some powerful, powerful releases happening in the month of April for you. And this can go a couple ways. So this could really go in the way of resistance, where it feels more difficult, or you can simply lay down and allow yourself this space to release. And you're releasing so much more than just maybe a situation, a person, whatever, wounds, shadows, whatever it may be that is not serving you at this time. It is also deeply connected to perhaps certain beliefs and programs and ways of being that are deeply connected to past lives or to your ancestors, to your lineage. Okay. So amahara kia rakia satanoa shakara kia lakia moua. Maua kaya satia rakia na hia satua shakapua rakia lakia nata. So really the message here is rest. Rest, and know that this is something that is occurring and that you can trust this release. You can trust that you are, shining throughout it and shining on the other side of it and all of these beautiful things. So just know that you are deeply supported. Allow yourself to lay on the earth and let her support you in that healing, right? As it may arise, either maybe that's something that's happening now, maybe that's something that is occurring in April, but this is so beautiful. It feels very, very strong. It's going to offer you a lot of lightness. So Red Mars, that is your reading, love. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know what is coming up for you. You gotta take a couple breaths. So beautiful, so powerful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right, Cindy, you are next. Let's see what we have for you, Cindy, for the month of April 2023. Here we go. Oh, these are, oh. Cindy, it says no. It says no. Okay, it says wait, postpone, pause, say no. So perhaps there is something like a decision. Perhaps it's a question. Maybe that has been arising, and this is your opportunity to take it slow. Like, don't just go, immediate response. Like, take a step back and allow yourself an opportunity to actually be with it, to allow things to unfold a little bit more. Gua nakia nakia, tutua shatia rakambu. Ura hura hura kosa dia ma ya takaya su ua. Mahura kia takawa ayasia hua. Mahura kayato ua sihia hua. And this is also an opportunity to observe what is happening, to actually see the different parts of what is going on, whether this is within or without, internal or external. So really seeing like, okay, what are all the connections actually going on here? And this is like, I almost think of like looking at this card, like we're here and we're watching all of this. So instead of just like going into it, we're like, oh, just wait a second. Okay, so this is for you, Cindy. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know what's coming up for you. This is for April. So this could be something arising or, about to arise or something that you're moving through currently. So super curious. Super, super curious. All right. Tanisha. I think we're going to be able to get all of you. So Tanisha, Peter, and Christina. And then we will close out and move on with our soul circle. So thank you guys for being here so much. So Tanisha, let's see what messages, guidance, what is coming up for April 2023 for Tanisha. These are so cool. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. I'm really seeing like dancing with gratitude on the earth. Dancing with gratitude, moving with gratitude on the earth. That you have this ability to break the chain, to really cut some powerful cords, to really make some beautiful change. And this can look so gentle as well. This doesn't always have to be like, oh, boom, big decision, it's done forever. It's like, no, it's actually like very subtle. It's very subtle energies really changing and moving here. This is where that hum's coming through. So perhaps humming could be really soothing for you, and whatever it is that you begin to heal or move through or continue to heal and move through within April. So yeah, almost like your ancestors are also in like this dance and this hum and this movement with you. So this is your reading, Tanisha. Let me know what's coming up. Let me know what resonates. All right. Peter, you are next. Peter, let's see what we have for you for the month of April 2023. All right, Peter, you have 2 cards. They popped out, so I'm going to honor it. So the first one here is take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And then the other one is the great gathering. It's all coming together. So we've had this one before. Andi rakia satoama asia rahia lakia nakua shati rakia nakua rahia lakia rakua rakiama ua satia rakian. So I'm really seeing you resting and being in spaces of like-minded people, perhaps in nature, just seeing these arches twice here. Well, multiple times we're seeing these arches, and like there's many different places that you can take a break. This rest doesn't always have to be in like one specific place. You can find rest and solitude anywhere. So really allowing yourself that space to tune into that for you. And to, yeah, like it's okay, slow it down. April may be that time to really slow it down. Perhaps maybe you're feeling more of those energies from Mercury and with the Mercury retrograde, and you get to really tune into this more reflective nature and to allow things like in the subtle realms to really like drop in and integrate at this time. So this is your reading, Peter. Super beautiful. Rest, my friend. Boom, boom, boom. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know what's coming up for you. And Christina, you are our final reading. So let's see what we have for Christina for the month of April 2023. Messages, guidance, energies. Sisterhood of the Rose. Here's that card. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Yeah, mystic was coming up a whole lot with April. Anahua satira kanda wa amo shatian. Andira kindira koso kwama ayasa. Arehila kiatua na kiatua ashadira kam. Arehira kwa ua. Arehira kwa ua isatiana ushakapoa atayadakanda iasatua ambua ahiataka. Really, this is the call to really tune into more feminine practices. In the month of April, can you drop into more feminine practices and do it in a way that feels authentic to you and your connections to the feminine? Maybe we all connect to the feminine in very different ways. We're all very multifaceted, multidimensional. So what really aligns with you? And really, really drop into it. Can you drop into it so deep that you drop into the womb once again? It's just really coming up. So yes, and this can look like so many different things, like the beauty and devotion, like really just like setting your space a little bit differently and just drawing in this newer energy of that more sisterhood energy, that feminine, divine feminine energy. That is flowing, that is dropping and just like deeper grounding, but it's also like it's like very spirally energy. So this is your reading, Christina. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know what's coming up for you. Yes. Alrighties. So that is all the readings that I have time for today. I can do more readings on our soul circle, which I'm going to hop over on. And that's just the only thing that you get to do there is just to join the channel this month. And you can be a part of that soul circle and receive so many other videos as well that I don't have publicly. So I'm just going to tune into the chat real quick before I hop off. Donka, you're so welcome. Cosmic Wisdom 999, you're so welcome. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Edward. Red Mars gives me comfort in those dark times. Yeah, for sure. It does. And I feel like we need these reminders because our mind is so good at convincing ourselves to stay in places that have kept us small, right? Not even intentionally, but like on some level, all of these programs were intentionally to keep us in these places, if you choose to believe that. Cindy, not sure. Oh yeah, Cindy, you had like the no. So yeah, and this is for April. This is for April. So maybe this is something that comes up and you're like, oh, like, yeah, I could go for it. And then you're like, oh, hold on. Give me like a couple days to think about it. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. And it could be the message could be kind of layered in there as well. It may not be as face value. Tanisha, that makes so much sense. I'm definitely in an ancestor pattern healing journey. But I'm so glad to hear you say it can be gentle. Humming is a big for me because I'm always, you are. Remember, you've shared this before with your singing and humming and like continuing to come back to that because that is so healing. It is so healing for our ancestors to allow, their voice to come through us and release yeah, allowing it to be gentle. It really can. It really can. And it can get super intense, but then like how you hold yourself within that can be so gentle. It's so beautiful. So you're so welcome. Yeah, and Lucy, I don't have time. I'm so sorry. You're so welcome, Christina. Jana, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Amazing. Yes. So I'm a Taurus. My birthday is the 25th of April. I'm a Taurus. But I'm like on the cusp of like Aries and Taurus. But yeah. Take care. I love y'all so much. If you're going to join our soul circle, know that you can in the description box below by joining the channel. I will be there for the next 30 to 45 minutes. And I just am sending you all so much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for receiving this reading, for being here. Please do take some time to hydrate, to be with the sun, to be with the earth, to be with yourself, to journal, to reflect, and to really just take it all in. Because there was a lot coming through. And I think that, at least for me, because I'm a manifesting generator as well in human design, writing things down and returning to them is really powerful because a lot will come through and then it's like, all right, now it's time. Now it's time 3 months later, a year later. So I've been noticing that has been happening with the spaces that I'm holding as well. So I hope to see you all in multiple spaces throughout this month. And I just pray that your April goes so beautifully well and in this way of being gentle with yourself and really accepting and holding and nurturing your wounds and your shadows and the things that are arising, but also being very firm and strong in what you are choosing to affirm within your reality because it is exactly like that. The energy works exactly like that. So love you all so much. I will see you all in another video. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Mwah.